Now, live from Studio B, two guys whose business cards simply say, I'll call you. It's The Bottom Line with your host DJ and KJ, asking tough questions, getting real answers, and sorting through it all to get to the bottom line.
Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, time for the Power Hour, The Bottom Line. Joining us here in Studio B, several seniors from both W.S. Neal and T.R. Miller High Schools. With the calendars flipping from April to May, graduation on the horizon, we're going to catch up with several seniors from both schools here and kind of pick their brain a little bit, find out how the experience has been, see where they may be going in the future. But first things first, Ken, going back to last week, woman to woman in the house, how much fun was that?
Man, that was really it was an experience, that's for sure. I didn't realize that I'd went to school with a couple of those girls, and they really they doing some good things, DJ.
Great women in our community, a lot of passion, a lot of heart for things that are going on. They're got a family fun day coming up in early June down at Sportsman's Club Park. That ought to be an item of interest that people need to put on their calendars. They have a lot of ideas in terms of helping some of the youth, and we're going to actually try to partner up with them and help them get some of that stuff done. But it was a lot of fun getting them in, seeing what they're about, seeing the direction they're going, and I wish them well. And any chance we get to help them, I know that we're going to do that.
We would love to do that anytime we can, for sure. As we said, let us know what you got going on. We'll try to get the word out and let people know what's happening. What you think about the new background?
Tell you what, wow! I actually didn't notice it at first, but yeah, that kind of got things kicked off here about 6, 7, 8 weeks ago.
That's pretty nifty, isn't it?
I like that.
Yeah, it did get. That's right. I forgot about that. I just put it on there because I like it, but I forgot that it did kind of get things kicked off with a bang.
Tell you, things always interesting here in Studio B, and I guess we're kind of testing the waters a little bit. Anytime you get Miller and Neal together, you never, I guess, exactly sure what's going to go on. But these days are kind of winding down for the seniors we have here tonight, and of course, look forward to catching up with them. And what I'd like to do, we have several here. We're going to set different panels. Joining us right now, we have Elisa English and Kiki Floyd, both graduating seniors from W.S. Neal, and then, of course, Micaiah Williams and Michaela Harrison from T.R. Miller. So, first of all, I want to welcome all of you young ladies here with us tonight, and thank you for coming.
Glad to be here.
Glad to be here. Speak up. Live mic. We're going to have a lot of fun. It takes a little mic. Hot mic. Going to start first with our guest from W.S. Neal and Kiki Floyd. You were in the paper here a couple of weeks ago. You've been an outstanding student athlete at W.S. Neal for many years, played at the varsity level probably since 8th grade. I've watched you play basketball primarily, but I also know that you've involved in the track team as well. Talk a little bit about your athletic career at T.R. Miller and how that's gone and some of the people who've had an impact on you and some of the memories that you've taken from that. Who were let's start with some of the coaches. Who has been your basketball coaches down through the years at W.S. Neal?
Coach Buddy Powell, then Dwayne Salter, Kason Witten. Those are the only people I played with.
And you have signed a scholarship with Faulkner State. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And that'll go in. Of course, you'll go there in the summer, I guess, and start school in the fall and be a part of the basketball team. Talk a little bit about how exciting that is. Has that been a dream to go play college basketball? When did the dream start getting real? At what point did you think you might be able to go on and play past the high school level?
I was very excited to play. I'm ready to start the season with Micaiah. Going to have a great season.
What position are they recruiting you to play over there?
Shooting guard.
Shooting guard. Of course,
yes.
a part of that is being the student first and the athlete second. Talk a little bit about some of your plans in terms of studies. Of course, you'll have a couple of years, I guess, to pinpoint a major, but what are some of the areas of interest that you have? Have you thought about what you might be majoring in as you move through your collegiate career?
I'm majoring in physical therapist.
Awesome. Antonio?
Yes, sir.
He'll come back and take his job or help him?
I'm going to help him.
Going to bring Elisa in real quick. Elisa also a graduating senior from W.S. Neal. Elisa, talk a little bit about what your plans may be with graduation coming. Are we going to go to college?
Yes, sir. I'll plan to attend University of South Alabama in the fall. I'll be majoring in nursing with a minor in social.
Awesome. Ken, I didn't have that figured out in early May when I was a senior. I think I decided to go to Auburn about 2 days before school started.
Yeah, that's back before ACTs and SAT. I think they had them, but I think they were just back then. I don't know if you even had to, were they mandatory? I don't remember. I don't think they were.
I don't think so. I mean,
I think we all just made pictures with those bubbles on,
that was it.
on ACTs and things like, those. I all during the grades, they give you those tests, all through the years. What was that? The SATs? Is that what they were?
Well, I remember was it the California Achievement Test?
Yeah, that's it. The cat.
The cat.
The cat. That's what I'm talking about.
That was the big test.
Yeah, that was the big test back in the day. Big test. That was the first where we all got introduced to the bubbles.
The bubbles. That's exactly right.
Yeah, you can't color outside the bubbles. Remember that? It doesn't count if you
A number 2 pencil.
Number 2 pencil.
Number 2
and
pencil.
it does not count if you get outside that little bubble area. That's for sure.
And that's what I blame my score on. Outside the line.
I tried that. It didn't work too well.
Going to bring in our ladies from TR Miller, and of course Micaiah Williams and Michaela Harrison. And Micaiah, I'll start with you, and Kiki kind of beat me to it. You also a stellar student athlete. You've signed a scholarship to play with Faulkner State. How was that being rivals for so long, and now you guys are going to be sharing the rock?
Well, when I found out that me and Kiki were going to be playing on the same team, I told Michaela, I said, Michaela, it's not going to feel right. I said, we're going to be on the same team. I'm going to be trying to take the ball from it. It's just not going to.
Kid, let me tell you this. I've watched these two go at it for 4 years. And as nice as they are sitting here tonight, they have tried to kill each other on that court at different times. I mean, they go at each other like who would have thunk it. And that's the bottom line.
And now they're side by side.
Side by side, going to be teammates.
Murder Creek's not running through the middle of Studio B.
We were teammates in middle school.
And that's kind of interesting. You started off.
I went to Neal first, yeah.
From what grade to what grade?
I went to Neal in the 5th grade. So I started my basketball career at Neal, and then I went to Miller.
I tell you what, and I'm don't be selfish about it. I'm glad it worked out the way it did. But could you imagine if y'all two had played together
Yeah.
through high school? What might have happened at either place? That would have been scary. Kiki, you ever thought about that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Michaela, also, excuse me, Micaiah, I'm going to come to you in a second, Michaela. Micaiah, last week we had your mother on the bottom line. Did you check her out last week?
I watched it.
What'd you think?
Well,
A lot of energy.
yeah. I mean, she told me that at school she used to Coach Roch used to kick her out of the pep rallies because she was too loud. And I'm like, well, now nobody says anything at the pep rally. And she used to be so loud, Coach Roch used to tell her, just come on down, just get out.
Your mother, high energy? I don't see that.
Life changer.
Did you see high energy?
I was waiting on her to sing Purple Rain. I still didn't get over I watched that show over again, and I was like, I thought one time I think she got close to belting it out, and I know DJ was a little down and out last week because of the purple one.
Well, I saw her on here rapping.
Hey man,
big time talent.
She could do it all.
She can do it all.
I'm telling you, and I thought she was about to sing for us and didn't. But tell her next time she comes into Studio B, she has to sing.
Michaela,
that's a prerequisite.
I want to bring Michaela Harrison in. Michaela, also a senior from TR Miller. Michaela, what are your plans after graduation?
I plan on going to University of South Alabama to major in physical education and exercise science.
No, we did not set this up. But we got two Miller and Neal going to play basketball together. We got two Miller and Neal going to South Alabama. Going to be classmates and probably see each other around the dorm, the student center, or whatnot. It gets the dots get connected pretty close.
And you didn't know this?
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Let me ask you this. Have you ever heard a sweeter voice than Michaela Harrison? Say it again. Talk in the mic one more time. Just say test.
Test.
No.
All right, let's talk about graduation. 3 weeks?
14 days.
14 days. I stand corrected. You got it down to today.
80 days.
13 days
I'm down
and a
to
wake
double
up.
digits, almost to single digits.
14 days.
I got a calendar on my refrigerator. I mark it off every day. I've been waiting.
That's like a military thing. The military, they say 13 days and a wake up.
13 and a wake up.
That's
13
it.
and a wake up.
Yes.
It's all going to be over with. Let's talk a little bit about the experience, the journey, whatever you want to call it, kindergarten coming through. Most of you ladies, I think we talked before we came on the air, y'all been in this school system, one or the other, the entire time. Is that correct?
Yes.
Kindergarten through. Who were some of the teachers, and Micaiah, I'll start with you and we'll pass it around the horn, so to speak. Who were some of the teachers that you remember that had an impact on you, that you really enjoyed, that took an interest in you, whatever it may be? Who were some of the teachers that'll stay with you?
Miss McBride, my kindergarten teacher. I love Miss McBride. Me and Troy Hart were the only two people in her class that could write in markers in our journal. Everybody else had to write in pencil.
How about that?
Yes, I love Miss McBride.
Kindergarten's important to get a good start, have somebody that'll invest in you. And so Miss McBride, that's a good mark for her. about you, Kiki?
My favorite one is Miss McDonald,
What grade did she teach?
8th grade.
What was it about Miss McDonald that?
She was always nice to me. She loved me. She was sweet. It was someone that I could always talk to at any time.
Always important. How about you, Alyssa?
Mine would probably have to be Coach Ellington.
Okay.
He was
Coach E.
my basketball coach in middle school and also my volleyball coach as well. And once I had tough things going on in my life, he'd always be the person that I went to and pushed me to keep going and keep going. So he made a huge impact on my life.
Very nice. How about you, Michaela?
My favorite teacher would be my 3rd grade teacher, Miss Weaver. We would do work, but when we got done with our work, she would play Respect, and we would sing that, and she would give us peppermints if we would scratch her
That's
back.
awesome.
That's awesome. And I tell you, and Ken, you're married to a teacher. My mother was a teacher, and of course Stokes and Lindsay's mother's a teacher. And
That's right.
You just never know when you make that impact and you make that connection with the student and how it may impact them and help their life turn out the way it is. And I know that the teachers that may be listening in have enjoyed hearing that. And it's Teacher Appreciation Week, by the way. So I think it's very appropriate that we're recognizing the wonderful teachers we have in both our school systems, because we are very blessed with the educational experience that our young people are able to get here.
We are very blessed with fine educators in both school systems, and I think these young people sitting here, they represent that. I can't believe I'm sitting here saying young people. I don't feel that old. I don't know about you.
Well, I came here from coaching summer league baseball, and I feel that old. I
do feel old.
Yeah, it's my body is breaking down around me.
Do you do a lot of physical work when you're coaching?
Well, no, it's more verbal now. I used to.
You delegate.
Some of these guys in here that we'll talk to a little bit later. I coached several years ago, and it's amazing. I really can't do anything. I can't throw. I can't.
But you're good at delegating.
Yeah, I've tried to delegate, and I still bark pretty good, but. No, they don't get the. They don't get the. They don't get the on-field instruction that they used to get many years ago.
It's not like like that anymore.
No.
Yeah. Well, times change, DJ, and
Change rapidly.
We both losing our hair, and I mean,
It's been 28 years for me.
Oh.
wow,
Been out 28 years.
wow.
Wow.
Let's see. I'm coming up on I guess 25 next year. Yeah,
It gets away from you quick.
it gets away
Quick.
quick. Hey, and I know y'all sitting here saying, "Oh, hey, let me tell you something. You'll wake up one day and realize, enjoy it right now." I'm telling you.
Oh, absolutely.
Enjoy it. Enjoy the ride for sure.
It gets real. It gets real quick. I can assure you.
One of y'all mentioned taxes a while ago. It only gets worse. Okay, I hate to tell you. I don't mean to rain on the parade, but it just gets worse from here.
Micaiah, I'm going to come back to you, and I think this is kind of not really a loaded gun question. I can only imagine what the answers are going to be, but have we looked far enough past graduating college? We graduate college. Do you see yourself ever coming back to Bruton and residing here and working here, or are you thinking elsewhere?
Absolutely not.
No chance.
No.
Does your mother know that?
Yes, she does.
All right, let me ask you this.
She's probably first to hear it, DJ.
What are some of the things that would keep you from coming back here?
When I graduate college, I'm really, that's my goal, to play overseas.
Okay.
Basketball.
Awesome. I like that.
That's my goal. I'm not trying to come back just yet.
Kiki, you going with her?
Yes, sir.
Both of them going overseas. Might as well. Keep shooting the rock.
Hey, man, if that's what you want to do it while you're young. You'll wake up one day and be 40.
6.
And trust me, that's not that old. But it looks like it from where you are sitting, I promise you.
Are y'all going to be playing the same position at Faulkner State? Y'all kind of did in high school.
No, I'm going to be a point guard.
You're going to be the point guard.
Yeah.
And you're going to be the shooting guard.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hypothetical question. 10 seconds to go in the game.
Oh.
Faulkner State's down 1. You going to pass it or you going to shoot it?
She's pass it. No, I'm going to pass it.
Kiki, you believe that?
I think she will. I'll pass it back, though.
You know you're going to shoot that ball.
We're going to be passing it back and forth.
There you go. We'll have to road trip down there and watch that. That'll be pretty neat to have two of our locals playing on the same team.
You don't ever know what might be going on with something like that. I mean,
You just never know.
you just never know.
You never know.
I mean, you ground floor.
Lisa, how about you?
No, sir. I plan on going and pursuing my career in travel nursing.
Travel nurse. Yeah. Good money.
Yes.
Big money.
There you go.
Traveling's the key word.
Yes.
You'll get called out to several places, but big money being a travel nurse.
Where was it? Where was they used to? New Orleans paid so well to have nurses come in.
Yeah.
They would work like I don't know, like the whole weekend and make just some crazy amount of money, and then I mean I knew several people that did that. They'd go down and work 6-8 months, and then they'd take the 2 or 3 months of the year just take off. Wouldn't even do anything.
My case, I guess, was probably extreme. I'm sure that it was looking back. But I'm so impressed with how detailed their plan is.
Yeah,
I mean,
because mine wasn't.
I thought I was going to 13th grade. Is my locker going to be on second hall or third hall? I mean, where's the, that's really about what I thought. But these gals have got it. Things will happen that may change some of it, but at least they have a plan in place.
Yeah, maybe things have got, a lot different, but I know when what they call them in college, you go see your advisor. I
had a bunch of them.
Yeah, I did too, and they would advise you to do, stay in school. I mean, like I knew people that were career students.
You're sitting beside one of them.
Oh, really? I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
So you milked it.
My claim to fame, if I can say that, I guess, is I had student tickets to the first 3 Auburn, Alabama games in Auburn.
Wow.
And the dates on those.
That means you had to be there for.
Well, no, listen to this.
Is that 6 consecutive years?
No, it gets better. The first time Alabama played in Auburn was 1989.
That's right.
The second time they played in Auburn was 1993. The third time they played in Auburn was 1995. And I had a student ticket to all of them. Hey, and here's the kicker. That wasn't my first year in 89, and it wasn't my last year in 95.
Man, I'm going to tell you, that is unbelievable, DJ.
I'm telling you, man. I'm going to tell you.
You know what? The only person I know that can rival that, if you want to call it rival than that, and I got to do. Hey, listen. I think Bart Langham, he hung around up there for a while like that.
I graduated. Now, you talk about the advisor. My advisor was Peggy Kirby.
How much older were you than everybody in your graduating class?
I'm going to tell you, that last spring when I graduated, it was ridiculous being on campus with those kids. I mean, I was just sitting there, I'm looking around, I'm like, you can't talk to anybody because you might even get arrested for asking them.
Right, that's what I was about to say.
I'm like, well, I got to get on out of here. But I remember sitting down with Peggy Kirby at a table about this size, and most people's transcript is about 2 pages. Mine's 20. And we've got it scattered out all everywhere. And I remember having my hands. I said, Miss Kirby, I have got to graduate. I said, there's got to be something that I'm close to.
Take any more PE classes.
She's got her catalog out, and we're looking at it. She's got her catalog out, and she said, David, you were 36 hours away from having a degree in political science. And I said, well, guess what? Put me in political science.
And there you were.
There I was.
That's how it worked. How many majors did you have?
I only have one major.
No, I mean over the
minors.
course.
Oh my God!
I mean over the course of the time. How many declared majors did you have? You only declared one?
Oh no!
That's what I'm saying.
No, I've got you had to have. If I'm correct, you had to have 25 or 30 quarter hours. They've gone to semesters.
Right.
I'll tell you this. On the quarter system, you had to have 192 hours to graduate. I had 238.
Wow.
I had a minor. I have a minor in forestry. I have a minor in education. I have a minor in business administration, physical education, and there might be 1 or 2 more.
That's impressive.
I'm almost qualified to do a lot of stuff.
I'm telling you, that's impressive.
Certified to do anything.
That's really impressive, guys. I mean, I'm telling you, it really is. I mean, they're all going. If they want to hear about that, they'll go get with their grandparents and find out. That's what they're.
I can tell you this: if my children tried to do it to me, I'd kill them. I mean, the expense associated with it's a joke, but yeah. So I'm very impressed that everybody has a plan here. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
It really is.
Very good thing.
Y'all are way ahead of the curve. That's for sure. DJ, I tell you what. Let's take us a little break and come back and
we'll reset the table.
Yeah, we'll get back into it with these fine students from Neal and Miller back here on the Bottom Line.
We're back in Studio B, part 2. Tell you something, guys. You got a tough act to follow with the ladies that just came through. They are a pretty polished product, aren't they, Ken?
They really were. I mean, y'all. I hope y'all do y'all have everything as mapped out as the ladies did? Because,
we're gonna find out. We're gonna get to the bottom line on it, but the ladies have definitely set the bar very high. Let's set the panel. Let's set the panel. We have a Trey English with us from WS Neal, Lane Chavers, and Dakota Graves also from WS Neal, and from TR Miller, Ethan Bolenbacher and Keyshawn Patel. I want to thank each of you once again for coming in and spending a little bit of time with us. We like to take the opportunity to showcase our young people, look at the future leaders of our country, society, however you want to word it. And I can tell you this, hearing the ladies speak a little earlier, I think we're going to be in good hands moving forward, and look forward to catching up with you guys and seeing what you're going to be up to. And Keyshawn, we'll start down here. We started with WS Neal on the last segment, so we'll start on the TR Miller side of it to keep things fair here. Keyshawn, what are your plans with graduation? As Micaiah said, 14 days away. What's your plans after graduation? Lean into the mic, baby.
Southern Union in Opelika.
Sure.
And I'll probably transfer to Auburn, major in business administration.
You're going to Southern Union in the fall?
Yes, sir.
Already got a place to live?
Yes, sir.
Got a roommate? Going solo?
Roommate.
Who you going with?
I don't know.
Okay. I like it. Ethan Bolenbacher, one of the great student athletes there at TR Miller. Ethan, what's your plan after graduation?
Going to attend Troy University. Going to study some chemistry there. Hopefully transfer over to Auburn or UAH. Get a degree in chemical engineering.
Get some of that. I told you, bowling balls for real.
Lord.
Both of those guys.
Chemical engineer.
I think I majored in that once.
I was just hoping to get out with a business management degree. Man, we're talking Lord.
Well, I can tell you this. I've had Ethan for the last 2 years working with us at the YMCA. And I think all these young people are going to do great things. Ethan, he does not back up from work. His work habits and work ethics are amazing.
He don't mind.
He's going to do well.
That's what it takes.
I can promise you. Ethan Bolenbacher is going to do well.
That's what it takes.
Dakota Graves, WS Neal, class of 2018, known Dakota for several years. Had some good times on the baseball field specifically, and Dakota had a big senior year this year at WS Neal. We'll get into some of that a little bit later. Dakota, what's the plan after graduation?
I have a scholarship to JD for welding.
Awesome.
In the fall, this summer, probably not going to go. Just go during the summer or the fall. That way I ain't got to pay for it.
How long does that program last? Any idea?
Really just depends on how fast you move.
Okay.
It could take you maybe a semester, or it's not going to take a semester. It'd probably take more like a semester, 2 or 3 of them, maybe.
Now, and Ken, you might can help me here. I know that Jefferson Davis is going to be tied in, I think, with Faulkner also, and maybe Alabama Southern. I think they're all going to fall under the
That's right.
Faulkner umbrella or something. Maybe is that right?
That's right.
So your training, like the actual classroom stuff, will it be at the Bruton campus and the Atmore campus, or how does that? Or do we know yet?
I don't know if they know yet. We asked our instructor about it. He said he thinks it's just going to stay the same.
It'll stay the same.
Yeah.
So is that in Atmore or in Bruton, or do we even know that?
It's in Atmore. The campus that we go to
It'll be in Atmore.
is in Atmore.
I'm going to tell you something. Welders do well.
Oh, I was just about to say they do extremely well, and I'm going to tell you that I think that's what a lot of our country's kind of lost on right now is there's so many different trades and of course careers and things to get into, but getting into something like that, I know a guy personally, I'm sure you probably do too, that does underwater welding, and he does extremely well. I don't know what it takes to get certified to do that. I understand it to be a very dangerous job, but they claim that you can work about 4 months a year, and take the rest off. And I'm telling you, that's pretty good. Have you killed that thing yet?
I think I got him.
Okay, good.
And him.
Yeah. Anyway, great line. I mean, you'll do well with that for sure.
A lot of opportunity. Look forward to that for you.
Yes.
Lane Chavers with us also. Lane graduating also this year with WS Neal. Lane, what's the plan for you after graduation?
I got a scholarship with JD too.
Awesome. To weld also?
Yes, sir.
So you guys have kind of been joining the hip since y'all were about 8. So I guess y'all going to ride it all the way out, huh?
We've been going to dual enrollment together too.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So both of you guys got scholarships. Is that from the school? Is that from a foundation, or how
That's
do those?
from JD.
From okay,
Yep.
good. And then we also have Trey English. Trey's, of course, the twin brother of Elisa English. So Trey, thanks for being with us also, and tell us your plans after graduation.
Plan on going to JD for welding because I'm taking welding.
This isn't planned. 3 welders right here.
That's unbelievable.
Taking welding.
And you didn't put them that way.
No, just that's the way it shook out.
And Trey, did you tell me a while ago that he works at KNU?
I did not know that.
Yes, sir.
What do you do at WKNU?
Play commercials for Braves game and Alabama game.
Well, good for you. Joey, you know Joey and
Yes, sir.
all the guys, and Jim.
Jim,
Yeah.
Miss Carol.
Yeah, good people.
Yes, sir.
Well, good. How long have you been out there with them?
Been out there for 2 years now.
Well, good.
I told him I'd swap places. He want to come over and run all this junk. I'll come over and chill out. I mean,
He might can do it.
I know. That's what I said.
Going to bring it back down to Keyshawn, and like the ladies, I think did all you? We can just get a nod of the head here. Did everybody here do all their K through 12 here in our school system?
Yes.
Miller every year.
I did everything except kindergarten. I did that in Atlanta.
Atlanta. So you've been with us since first grade. Who were some of the teachers down through the years? It can be more than one. It can be just one. Who were some of the teachers who've had an impact on you over the last 12 school years?
Miss Cook.
Miss Cook.
I love Miss Cook.
Class of 88. My people.
Miss Cook.
Miss
That's
Cook.
a nice woman.
Good lady. Heather Murphy Cook. Class of 88. How about you, Ethan?
Miss Richardson. I've been in her class for probably 4 years and 4 different English classes. So she's taught me a lot.
Is that at the high school?
6 years.
Yeah, she's been in there for 6 years. 1 in middle school and 3 in high school.
Is it safe to say that English is also one of your favorite subjects?
No, it's one of my worst. I'm awful at it.
There you go. But you
she's
like the
helped me
teacher.
out. She's
Good
helped me
deal. How about you, Dakota?
My favorite teacher so far, probably 12th grade, Coach Blaney. I like Coach Blaney. He's
What class is that?
pre-cal.
I hear you.
Ooh, man.
That's,
Math.
I'm going to tell you the truth. If you like somebody that was teaching pre-cal, you're doing better than I did.
Hey, I didn't take it.
I did. Let's tell you, I saw hockey scores that were higher than my first test grade.
I took home ec.
That's rough.
I took home ec, Miss Cotton.
You know, I took that too, but I'm telling you.
I mean,
Yeah, that's back when all that, you got to do this, get ready for, all this, what was it, college ready courses, all those kind of things. And, man, that was rough.
Lane, how about you?
Probably Miss O'Bannon.
Miss Savannah?
Miss O'Bannon.
Oh, Miss O'Bannon.
Charmin.
What grade is that?
That was 6th grade.
Miss O'Bannon.
There you go.
Yeah, she's Charmin Cooper
Yeah.
O'Bannon. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
Joey O'Bannon is
Know
her
her.
husband. Yeah.
How about you, Trey?
I'll have to say I have 4 favorite teachers.
Say 'em. I love it. Teacher Appreciation Week.
It's because they've been with me ever since I was in high school, and they made me strive to be better than who I am today. So it was Mr. Rittenhouse, Coach Pallone, Coach Blaney, and Miss Waller.
Miss Waller, class of 88. My people. Good people in 88. That's 2 classmates that got a plug.
Man, you're pouncing on them too, let me tell you.
Hey,
I mean, give that man a cigar.
I'm a little, not trying to put you on the spot here, but you do understand that we're at Jessica James's house, right?
I never took her.
Okay.
I never had her.
Miss James.
Okay, there it is, Micaiah. Come on in there. Teacher Appreciation Week. There it is, Jessica. All right.
Shout out.
Gotta get it. I like what you said about the teachers having an impact on you, and you just never know when somebody comes into your life and invests a little bit in you and cares about you. I heard some kind words about Joe Ellington earlier, and I enjoyed hearing that as well. I enjoy hearing all the stories about the teachers who are investing in these young people. Miss McBride, I think, was mentioned earlier as well. Miss Weaver.
Sure.
Who was yours?
Man, that's a tough one. Coach Cotton. I spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of time with Coach Cotton in the office, and if he were here, he would tell you that.
Well, I'll tell you.
I didn't have to ask where to sit when I came to the office. I just knew where to sit, and
You had your own chair.
I knew. Yeah, well,
You knew the drill.
I knew the drill.
You knew where the referral forms were, and
Nobody had to tell me anything.
put it down.
There was teacher wise, I would have to say probably Patty Mitchell.
Oh yeah.
She
was great.
She probably made as big an impact on me as anyone did, especially 4th grade. Just love Miss Mitchell. Still love Miss Mitchell.
Miss Mitchell's classic.
She,
And I tell you,
she is.
We mentioned it earlier, the educators and administrators at both school systems and how fortunate we are to have them. You know, one of the things that I remember, Ellen Patton, do you remember May Mike can? Could shall? Will must?
Yes.
Would should?
I do.
I don't know
I remember
what that means, but I remember.
Yeah, I remember that well. Miss
Homer
Patton.
Hamilton was another
It's
one.
Miss Evans, or it was.
Yeah.
Last, if we kept calling her Miss Patton, she would correct you really very quickly. But Miss Patton was a legend for sure.
Going to bring it back to Keyshawn. Keyshawn, what is thinking back, and I'm kind of catching on short notice here. What are there any memories that stick out to you from the playground, or from the lunchroom, or from the locker room, or anything you think you're going to miss, or what are some of the things you think you might miss from having the support system you've had, your close bunch of friends you've had for so many years? Everybody's fixing to split up. What are some of the things that are going through your mind along those lines?
My football team, you know,
Captain Keyshawn.
my teammates, my senior teammates. You know, I really don't want them to go. I'm gonna miss them.
I think you guys, I'm sure y'all stay in contact.
Hopefully.
Snapchat. Isn't that what it's called?
I don't have
Snapchat.
that. So I couldn't.
Bowling ball, you gonna stay in contact with any of these guys?
Yes, Jake Nager and Brooks Brown. They're gonna be my roommates at Troy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, isn't it?
Oh wow.
Then there's one random in there with us.
Are you kidding me? Where's he
I feel
from?
bad. He's from Pensacola.
He won't make it to Thanksgiving.
No
I don't know
chance.
if he'll
make it. Yeah, he's not gonna make that.
And I'm sure you have. Have you ever watched TV with Brooks?
No, I don't. I'm kind of scared to.
I can tell you this. He stands this close to the TV. So you better have another unit in there somewhere if you want to watch any
I'll keep
games.
one in my room.
You, Brooks, and Jake Nager. They're not getting the damage deposit back on that one.
No.
Where you going to live?
Trojan Village.
Okay. Nice place. I went to Troy this last fall for the first time ever. Very nice place.
It's nice.
I was
It's
very
growing.
impressed with the campus. It was a very nice place. Y'all do well there.
It's grown up a lot.
That's where you went to
I
school.
went to Troy, and it's grown up a lot from
Very impressive
back
place.
in the mid '90s. Yeah, it really is. They've they got of course James Peach, football player at Troy. They got a first class facility up there now. I mean, back when I was there, it was just kind of, you sat where you wanted to, all this kind of thing. I think now it's kind of, it's a lot different situation than it was back in those days. Well, it's a D1 school now too. Mm-hmm. So, I think that helped a lot. I don't think it's called Movie Gallery Stadium anymore. I don't think movie galleries are around.
Yeah. I think they don't even know what movie gallery is.
Right.
Don't have any idea what you're talking about.
They're like, what? You mean you have to rent a movie? It was like Redbox, but a store. How about that?
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, with the tanning beds in the back.
With 10 beds in the back, yeah. But it was a store.
Dakota, going to bring you back in. What are some of the memories you're going to take with you growing up with the guys you grew up with and hanging out and whatnot? What are some of the memories that are going to stay with you? Anything specific?
I'm like Keyshawn. I'm going to miss even the kids from Miller during the summers when we were 13, 14, 15, playing Babe Ruth.
Oh, yeah.
All-Stars.
Good days.
Those were the days.
Those were good days.
Yeah. I'm going to miss all of that. The teammates I had this year, 11th. And
I'm glad you brought that up, Dakota, because, there's only one night a year that everybody has to take a stance on that whole Miller, Neal
One night a year.
One night a year. But, outside of that, we all have grown up here, and I guarantee you all of us can tell stories about kids that went to friends, whatever, that went to Miller and Neal. I know I can. I know,
Sure.
I'm sure DJ can. That's just, that's a good point. I mean, hey, you may battle it out on Friday night, one Friday night a year, but the rest of the time, and I probably shouldn't say this, I'm going to go here anyway, but, back in the day, Miller and Neal, they may get together and may, get a little ruckus here and there.
Oh, yeah.
But if somebody from out of town happened to come in town, then most of the time they got to meet Hambone, and Hambone didn't care where you're from. If you were from Bruton, then he was with you right until they left, and then he, decided to do his thing again. So, but that's a great point, Dakota. I mean, I'm glad you said that because everybody here, we all live in this community. What is it? 10,000 people maybe with East Bruton and
Maybe,
Bruton?
yeah, combined.
Maybe. So small community, small town and great friends on both sides of the creek.
Well, and I'm like you. I'm glad Dakota brought it up. A lot of these guys, we played together in our summer baseball program. Coach Dakota had to coach against Lane, unfortunately, a couple of different times, and I tried had to get him on my team a time or two. It didn't work out, but you come together, you see the other sides of people. I mean, I have a relationship with all those guys. I think the world of them. I told him when I had him when he was 14 years old, I said, that night Miller and Neal get together, I'm pulling for T.R. Miller, but if it goes your way, I'll be the first one out there to shake your hand and hug your neck. And I think you saw me out there that night this fall.
Yes,
you were one of the ones I searched out along with Malcolm and Jacoby and everybody else I've ever had. Saw down there. I certainly wanted to win the game. Said that on the radio broadcast. But to watch you guys do well, to go your way, it was a nice moment to see people I care about have their day also. When we play again next year, I'm going to pull for T.R. Miller. If it doesn't go our way, I'll go out there and grab the guys that I know and the friends that I have and wish them well. But it's a very healthy rivalry. I can tell you, y'all got after it really good. It's a great football game. We brought it up, so we'll talk about it. Great football game. Well played on both sides, and Neal was the better team that night. That's just the way it was. Lane, what about you? What are some of the things that you're going to miss from the childhood as you transition in? Of course, you got your built-in support system going to Weld with you. What are some of the things you might miss from around here?
Probably baseball.
Yeah.
That's about it.
It's tough to put it up for the last time, isn't it?
Yes, sir, very.
Y'all had an exciting series over in Andalusia. Didn't quite get it done there in Game 3. Competed very well. Good baseball team, but it's tough when you put it down and you've played it your whole life, like most of you guys have. When you put it down, it's tough.
Yes, sir.
How about you, Trey? What are some of the things that you're going to carry with you in terms of memories and might miss, and things that have kind of just been impactful to you growing up in this community?
Well, I'm going to miss everything because I'm a all-around guy. So I have a lot of family that go to Neal, and I'm just going to miss everybody. So
very well, good deal. Ken, if we can, let's take another break, and we'll get our ladies back in here and have another segment with them, then bring the boys back one more time.
Yep, we'll be back in just a little. A little bit.
Back in Studio B, we have the ladies back in the house with us, and Michaela, I'm going to start with you. We're going to spend 5, 6, 8 minutes with both groups again, and Michaela was also, Ken, I don't know if you knew this, our homecoming queen at T.R. Miller this past year, and what a beautiful queen she was in the homecoming parade. And of course, that night they crowned her. Had to be a great moment for you and your family. You looked absolutely elegant on the field.
Let me turn these mics on. Yeah. Sorry about that. Hit it again.
Oh, thank you.
I want to hear that voice.
Just a voice of an angel.
It is.
Sounds like
it is.
And Ken and I were talking off the air, and I'm just so impressed with how well-rounded all these young people are. They're academians, they're athletes, they're well-rounded, they're well-spoken. You can tell that not only have they gotten great rearing at the house, but the educators have had a hand in molding them and making them the people they are. But I'm just so impressed with all of them. Our group couldn't have done it.
No.
I can promise you would not have wanted 88 in here. It wouldn't have worked out.
No.
Wouldn't have worked out.
Wouldn't have wanted 92 in here. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, we couldn't have come in here and sit down and talk like this. We didn't know how.
Micaiah, you never know who's listening to the bottom line. If there's a 4th or 5th grade group of girls or guys listening in, and based off the experience you've had through school, what is some advice you would give to them to where they would get out of it what you appear to have gotten out of it?
I would tell them 3 things.
Okay.
First thing, stay awake in class. Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep.
Good advice.
That's strong.
Don't go to sleep.
Yeah.
Second, I would say just keep a positive mind, because like it's same way with like basketball practice. Sometimes me and Michaela, we get ready to go and we like, oh man, we know we're finna run today. I mean, it don't matter. He'd be like, that was good. Get on the line. Or why did you do that? That's bad. Get on the line. Either way it goes, you're gonna have to do it. Either way it goes, you're gonna have to go to school. So just keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep a positive mind.
Very good.
Yes.
What about you, Michaela? Any extra advice or you'd like to add to that to some young folks coming up?
I would say if you have your mind set on something, go for it. Don't just let it be an idea. Let it come to reality, because it might just come true.
How about that? Put that on a card.
I mean, listen,
I'm going to write that down. Say that again. How'd you say that?
Lord.
If you have something in mind, don't let it be an idea, because it just might turn into reality.
Man.
Everybody wears Nike, and Nike has a good quote for everybody. Just do it.
There you go.
That was breaking news right there, DJ.
I like that.
Yeah.
Michaela, you're also going to be involved in the state track meet coming up this weekend in Coleman. Not only a volleyball player, basketball player, homecoming queen, scholarships.
She's a Renaissance woman.
What's going on in the track meet? What all events will you be participating in?
The 100-meter dash, high jump, triple jump, and 100-meter hurdles.
You want a racer, Ken?
No. Tell you something. You see me run and shoot the first person behind.
We're going to do a mobile bottom line. Ken James, Michaela Harrison, 100-meter hurdles.
Yeah.
100 meter.
Put your money on KJ.
Don't do that.
Let me ask you this: of those events, what has been your strongest through the season?
Hurdles and high jump. I recently started doing the 100 again. It's been since my freshman year since I've done that, and I'm number 3 in the state right now. So
I'm not shocked.
No, I'm not.
Do it all. Do the girls as a team have a good chance to go up there and compete possibly for the state championship?
we have a very good chance. Where my senior year, I really want to win. In 2014, we won, but
Dream team 4x1 right here. Right
state
here.
champs.
State
But we trying to do it again this year.
Last year we finished second, did we not? The girls? Third. Okay. So the girls and the boys will be in competition in Coleman this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Wish y'all well.
Thank
you. Get it done. Kiki going to bring you in. You're going to be in the state track meet also.
Yes, sir.
Is the team going, or are you just going as an individual participant?
My team too.
The team also.
Yes,
what are some of the events you're in?
100 meter, 200 meter, long jump, and a 4x1.
I heard 100 meter on both sides here. Anyway, y'all going to be in the same, what do you call it, the same heat?
No, sir. They're going to go.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, y'all are, the 4A will be in a different place. I was thinking we're the same classifications. The 4A, where will y'all be this weekend?
Gulf Shores.
Gulf Shores.
Yes, sir.
How strong is the W.S. Neal ladies track team this year?
We're okay.
Done okay?
Yes, sir.
The fact that you qualified to be there says something.
Yes, sir.
Not everybody's going.
That's right.
What has been your best event of the year?
Long jump.
Long jump.
Yes.
How far can you get out there?
17.6.
Can't stand her.
DJ, do you remember that night we were in the concession stand talking about how Kiki falls on her butt and still jumps?
Oh, yeah. We fall back. Are you going to win that event?
I hope so. Number 1 in the state so far.
Oh my goodness, girl.
How about some of that?
Get
number
you a
one.
ring, girl.
Number 1.
Ranked number 1.
Get you a ring.
Right here in Studio B.
They recognize individual state champions also in addition to team championships, correct?
Yes.
Well, good luck, Kiki. I hope you get it done.
Yeah, good luck to you.
Elisa, I want to bring you back in, and we kind of throw it to Micaiah. If there's some young folks listening in, what is some advice you might could pass along to help them be as far along in the process as you appear to be?
I would probably say no matter what comes at you, continue to push. Don't let nothing push you back. Push back harder. Just keep going forward.
I'm going to write that one down too. Say that again. Say that again.
No matter what pushes you, you push back harder and always go forward no matter what.
I like it.
Wow. We're getting some, just they're dropping lines on us. This is like mic drop moments in here right now, isn't it?
Could you have presented yourself
No.
like these people have here tonight?
No.
Even close.
No.
Press. A lot of good things going
I
on.
still can't present myself as good as these folks are.
These are just some more people we can turn the mics over to.
Right.
Yeah, we're out.
We're done.
We're out.
Yeah.
Real quick, the senior who's who. I'm always interested in class spirit. Who's got the most? They carry. Yes. Yeah.
Tradition, yeah.
It was hot.
I'm gonna tell you something. I was around the team a good bit, of course, calling the ball games. Keyshawn had as much juice on that campus this year as anybody I've seen in the last 10. He was the guy.
Yeah.
Keyshawn was the guy.
Okay, so I got to know, you went to both Miller and Neal, right?
Yes.
So let's ask the age-old question. Which one is harder, Miller or Neal?
Miller is harder. Because, like, Neal, I don't know. I guess it's because I was in lower grades. But even I spent a semester of my 7th grade year at Neal, and my 2nd semester I went to Miller. And, it was pretty hard. it was pretty hard. But I got used to it. And now I'm on an advanced diploma, so.
Congratulations.
Everybody here has done well. There's no doubt about that. Everybody's done well. And if we can, let's take another, and once again, I want to thank all you ladies for coming and being with us here tonight. I know you're studying for final exams, getting ready to make sure there's no hiccups here at the finish line, but I think I can speak for Ken in saying we wish you all the best as you continue your studies and your athletic careers or whatever your endeavors may be, and got a lot going for you. Just keep doing what you're doing, and always listen to your parents. I can promise you that's always a solid advice. So if I just listen to your parents, they've been down the path that you're going. They've had some tough breaks probably along the way, like we all do, but y'all have got what it takes to make it happen. And I look forward to seeing how y'all turn out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's take a short break and bring the boys back in. Thank you, ladies. We are back in Studio B, going to wind things up with the guys here tonight. Once again, Ken, how impressive with the ladies.
Listen, I don't think anybody was there was 20 years old yet, and they've accomplished more than I think me and you probably. I don't think they have as many majors as you did, but not yet. But
if they go to school for 8 years, they'll be doctors.
Hey, that's impressive. That's all I can say. Very impressive.
And you hear so much and you see so much on the media outlets of things that are going on, the negative with our youth now. But we just kind of randomly pick these guys and gals to come in, and I think the future is very bright in terms of the next generation that's going to step into leadership positions, the workforce, whatever it may be. These folks have represented themselves very well here tonight, and it just makes you feel good about what's coming along down the pipeline.
It really does, and it's good to see that. Teacher Appreciation Week. It's good to see that our teachers that job well done. Well done.
I think this is very representative of that. The rearing obviously starts at the house, and of course preachers have an impact, but the teachers and the time they spend with our kids, there's no way it can't have an impact. And to see how all of these have turned out is a credit also to our teachers, and I think it's very appropriate that they're recognized here tonight.
It is. It really is.
I want to bring in the Neal guys real quick. Trey, Lane, Dakota, who's most likely, guy-wise, to cry at graduation in the senior class? Dakota. He's an emotional guy. That's why we always got along so well. I was emotional. He was emotional. I thought Dakota was going to cry a little bit here earlier. I'm about to start crying looking at him. But so Dakota, you got the any chance you shedding a tear at graduation? It's all right if it is, man.
I don't know. It's
tough.
Borderline. I'm just gonna miss the sports, really.
Yeah.
I mean, 12 years of school, but really what got me through it was a sport.
Yeah. You played it well, played it hard. You were fun to watch. How about on the Miller side, the guy most likely to cry at graduation?
Keyshawn Patel.
I knew that was coming. My money's on Keyshawn.
Yeah.
Keyshawn's a passionate guy, big-hearted, loves his people. He loves his people. Keyshawn, who's your favorite boss ever at the YMCA?
What is it?
Your favorite boss ever at the YMCA?
Might be you.
Well, I'm the only one. That's not a shoot me again. Golly, Keyshawn blew me up. I thought we were like this, man. You're my go-to guy.
Down in flames.
I want to get the guys' perspective. We talked to the young ladies, and Ethan, I'm going to start with you. Any younger folks listening in, or if you had a chance to go down and speak to the fourth graders in the auditorium or whatnot, what would be some advice you'd give them to help them on their way through their school career?
Just give 100%. You see a lot of people these days they don't give all they have, and you go the extra mile. It makes a big difference in what you can succeed.
What about you, Keyshawn? Anything you'd like to add to that?
When in doubt, yes it out. I'm telling you.
Hey, listen, write that one down right there.
I'm gonna write that.
You need to write that one down right there too.
When in doubt,
yes it out.
I'm telling you, when the coaches say you do up down, you say yes. Teachers say you do work, you say yes.
I'm going to use that in the morning. That is strong.
When in doubt,
yes it out. But wasn't there a wrestler that got kind of famous
for
saying yes? Oh, is that what it was? Oh, okay.
Tell the story. Who was it?
It was Daniel Bryan.
Okay, yeah. And I don't think he wrestles anymore, does he?
No, he retired.
Okay.
But he said no at first, then he changed it to yes. I don't know why.
I'm telling you.
He was a heel first, maybe, or what are you, a bad guy?
I'd taken my daughter to a pep rally. He had the entire gym. Yes. The entire gym.
The whole gym.
The entire gym. Keyshawn.
That's got to be exhilarating. I mean, to have that many people,
he loved it.
Liking up on what you're doing. Saying yes to yes. That's awesome.
Keyshawn, I'm going to stay with you just for a second. And, of course, you were elected team captain on the football team this past year. That's chosen by your peers. And I'm not saying one award is more important than the other, but the fact that your peers voted you that has to make you feel good. I mean, that's a pretty big deal when your guys say, you're our guy. Talk about that a little bit and what it meant to you.
I mean, I don't think it's always the most physical person out there. I'm not the most physical person, but, I mean, if you have leadership,
Sure. You certainly showed that. Yeah. How about you, Dakota? If you were speaking to some of the youngsters around town over in East Bruton, what would be some advice you'd give them to help them on their way?
They just, like Ethan said, give it all they got. Cherish every moment when you're young. I mean, with all the kids, and there's some of the people that we've been growing up with that passed away. Get close to your friends. You never know, and just like I said, cherish every moment because
I'm
getting
telling
this
you-
close to graduation. I mean,
And I'm kind of glad you brought that up. I thought we might get to it earlier, and it kind of slipped my mind. And I don't want to turn this into a morbid time because this is an exciting time. It's a big time in your lives. Graduation's important. It's exciting. You're moving on to the next chapter of your life. In my graduating class, we've already had 19 people pass away. And like I said, I've been out, I guess, 27, 28 years now, whatever it is. But I oftentimes think about those who have been gone, and I still have vivid memories of almost every one of them. And so it is a special time. It's very important to remember your friends and remember the times you've had. Stay in contact as much as you can. Everybody's paths and trails will get a little different, but if you get a chance to catch up with some of your childhood friends, it makes for very special times. I want to bring Trey in first, and we're going to close with Lane. Trey, what about you? What would be some words of wisdom you'd like to leave behind?
I would say we only regret the chances that we didn't take.
I'm going to write that one down.
That's another good one.
The chances we didn't take.
Now I got to ask this: are these just off the top of your head kind of things that you guys are coming with, or have y'all heard this somewhere before?
I'm telling you.
I mean, it's amazing that you guys have this, and ladies too, have this kind of wherewithal.
I'm shocked.
I mean, I'm on truth of looks like real good shape.
I'm telling you, this is fair. This is a fair sample size
We're in real good
of what has
shape.
come through our community. There's a lot that weren't here tonight for one reason or another, but they're equally as impressive. I mean, there are some outstanding young people in our community, and it's going to be one of those things. I understand when you're 18, 19 years old, you're wanting to go out and stretch your wings. I would offer this. Our community is a nice place to live also as an adult. I understand there are things you want to go do. You should certainly do those. But when you get ready to settle down much later and have your families or whatnot, consider our community because it's a nice place to be. It's not perfect. I don't think that place does exist, but it is a nice place to be. And you see friendly faces almost everywhere you go. And there's something to be said for that.
It really is.
How about you, Lane? I want to close with you real quick. How about you? Any words of wisdom you want to leave for posterity? This gets archived now. This will be out there forever. You'll be able to come in and show your grandkids one day the words of wisdom that you left for the younger generation.
Just try your best and enjoy it.
There you go. I think that's another one that's deserving.
Does anybody know what the movie gallery is?
Yes.
Yeah, I used to go there all the time.
So I thought it had already been phased out.
I did
it
too.
was over there behind Spuds, wasn't it?
Yeah, behind Advanced Auto Parts.
Okay. All right.
Well, see, they did,
Okay,
man.
I thought it had already been phased out. All right. Thought it had been
They
phased
probably
out.
didn't realize that movie gallery sponsored a stadium.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know that either until I went back to Troy and had a chance to visit the facilities up there. I didn't know it was called that.
Well, it's getting that time again. It's at the bottom of the hour. And
yeah, I'll tell you,
every show we've had has been a little different. It's been a lot of fun in its own right. So, I've always enjoyed working with the young people and being around them, seeing their energy and their passion and their
I mean,
ideas.
I think DJ's, is what you've been working with the youth now of this community, DJ. How long?
Well, I told you I came here from Babe Ruth baseball practice today. This is my 24th year doing it.
Yeah, I mean, and
last.
that's to be commended. The last.
Can't do it anymore. Physically, I can't. I'm
Yeah,
done.
well, that's to be commended.
It's been fun.
24. I thought maybe you might stick it out to get that.
Just don't think I can.
You don't think you can make
My
it?
arm's throbbing right now. I need some icy hot right now.
Hey, thank you guys and ladies for coming in. What we're gonna do is take another break and let them kind of get on and do what they got to do. I know they're studying for finals, and we'll get back in here.
Close it.
Yeah, we'll come back and close it here shortly on the bottom line. we're back.
Studio B continues to deliver.
It's emptied out now. Everybody kind of, I think they had, what'd you say, finals they're studying for? And
Getting ready for finals.
trying to get back out of here to get ready for that. But what a great bunch of young people. DJ, I'm still just so impressed with the way they came in and presented themselves and you know they were really impressive.
I'm gonna tell you, and you know this about me. My passion has always been working with young folks, you know, specifically through athletics, recreation, what have you. But it's just nice, you know. I've seen them as, you know, they came through all the programs of the YMCA, 8, 9, 10, 12 years old, 13, 15, whatever it may be, and to see them becoming the people they're becoming, it just warms your heart. It's impressive. You know, you'd like to think you're a very small part of it, but you see where they come from, the way their parents raise them, the way they hold them accountable, the way these teachers have invested in them, the way this community has supported them, whether it's through extracurricular activities or just investing in them, spending some time, sharing some wisdom, whatever it may be. But we have some good young people in our community, and I like to spotlight them as much as we can because I'm so proud of them.
Yeah, I mean,
all of them.
They really are. And I mean, just, I don't know, really, I mean, we could sit there and brag about that all night long. I mean, you know, just how well they work, you know, spoke and put together they are.
Are you going to tell me they're not prepared for the next chapter of their life?
They're prepared.
Our community should be commended for that. Our educators should be commended for
that.
Our
educators should be. Their parents should be.
Absolutely. I mean, they are prepared.
It starts early.
They still have to go off and make good decisions. They still have to go off and take care of business, so to speak, but they are prepared. And that's a community's responsibility, is to get them to that point where they can transition into young adulthood. And I'm just proud of what we do here, getting our people to that point.
But you know, one thing that troubles me, DJ, that kind of was I don't want to say overwhelming kind of thought process, but how many times did we say, well, you know, are you coming back to Bruton? And what was the answer to that?
It was a resounding no.
Resounding.
And that's the bottom line. As 18-year-olds, they don't think Bruton is an option for them.
That's right.
In terms of coming back in the workforce, coming back to raise families. And that is a problem. That's still a void there that we need to work on, whether it's, you know, through infrastructure, you know, economic development, whatever it's going to be. We have to make Bruton a more attractive option for our young adults.
Well, we do. And we talked about that in past shows about branding Bruton, you know, better, you know, making Bruton more attractive to not only industry, but, you know, small business owners, you know, medium-sized business owners, you know, just the, you know, we need to make that more attractive to get those people to come in, because, you know, without those, if we can't make that happen, then we don't ever have a shot of having this caliber of our young people, high caliber young people, come back here and want to make Bruton. We all, when we were young, wanted to leave. Let's be honest. You and I, everybody's, I'm gone, I'm never coming back. At some point, though, if it does hit them to want to come back and give back to their community, there should be, I would hope that we could find ways to get jobs in here for the younger generations coming up, where they could come back and live in Bruton, East Bruton, and this surrounding community, because we do have, it's a great place to raise your children. Obviously, look at how well these kids are, you know, have come up. So,
and Ken, the one thing that disturbed me tonight, and I think the difference is, and you had mentioned it, when we were leaving, we weren't coming back. We were, quote, not coming back. It just sounded a little more adamant tonight. I mean, they were adamant that it wasn't going to happen, and that is alarming to me. And like you said, it's kind of a contradiction, because you can tell by looking at them that Bruton is a wonderful place to raise a family.
It is.
To raise children. We put out a good product. We've got to find a way. How would you like to have these people as part of the talent pool for the workforce here? I mean, are you going to tell me these kids couldn't do something here?
And I tell you, you know, it's sad. I mean, that's the sad part, that we have the caliber of young people in our community, but we can't seem to get them back here because we don't have, you know, like you said, hey, I'm not sitting there saying I have the answers to this.
Yeah,
okay.
No, not saying that.
I'm not saying that, you know, that we can sit here and solve that problem in the next 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 2 years, 5 years, you know, but I think at some point there's got to be some things that we can do as a community to try to offer some opportunities back to the younger generations to get them to come back here and enjoy some of the opportunities that we've been afforded.
Sure.
Here in Bruton. I mean, honestly, you know, you're raising your kids here, and I'm raising my daughter, and you know, my wife and family. We live here, and you know, I mean, obviously there are opportunities, but you know, just kind of limited.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I remember when we were in school. I'm sure you heard some of this too, but I had a lot of classmates that their lifelong dream was to get on at the paper mill.
Yeah.
And nothing wrong with that.
Sure,
I don't mean that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, my father worked at the paper mill for 46 years. I'm saying there's nothing wrong with that. We need more. You know, the paper mill now, what do they employ? 500 people, maybe
600 people. Yeah.
Yeah, we need more of that of those types of jobs. You know, good paying jobs. So, tremendous youth here in our community that could fill those positions for sure.
And one of the things, and you talked about it in terms of trademarking Bruton, and I think we both agree there are a lot of people working very hard on Bruton's behalf. We're not sitting here saying nothing's being done, nobody's trying. I mean, that is a tall task. There are communities all over this country trying to recruit those industries to their respective communities. But one of the things I heard here tonight over and over and over again from all the students was scholarship. Okay, I'm on a scholarship. I'm getting a scholarship. I've gotten a scholarship. I've gotten a scholarship. And to me, that needs to be one of the nuggets that we need to shine up is the educational opportunities that you have here, because you just mentioned it. Those of us who are raising families, we're going to put our kids where they can get a good education and get a chance to take that next step to the collegiate level, you know, whether it's through academia or athletics, whatever it is. And I just think we ought to promote our school system a lot more, because that's going to get the rooftops in town. You know, even if you have to work out of town, you're going to live in this community because of the educational experience that your children can get. And you see what we're producing.
Hey,
I mean, the proof's in the pudding.
There's no doubt. No doubt. Let's change gears for just a second here.
Why not?
DJ? And I know we're still kind of keeping with the theme of tonight. A lot of good things in the pipeline for the bottom line. You know, we talked about it last week. That, you know, you can find us. You know, our podcasts are all on iTunes. You can go to thebottomlineshow.net and find iTunes podcast. You can watch the show live there. You can watch past episodes there. But this coming Friday, I think there's something kind of new that we're gonna kind of offer up to the community, because we think it's time and we think that it's needed. And I'll let you elaborate a little bit, DJ.
Well, let me say this, Ken, and you're not one of those that'll ever take any credit. It doesn't matter if it's well-deserved. In this case, it is. The bottom line is evolving and becoming more because of your efforts. Point blank period. We haven't built the Facebook page. We haven't built the iTunes. I mean, those are direct fruits from your labor, and I appreciate the commitment you've made to it and the things that you do to kind of enhance this a little bit. And it's through those efforts, and I'm a little scared of this because I'm going to be the guy that's up there, but it's through these efforts and getting to this point that hopefully, if I don't screw it up, that Friday at Gordo, we're going to have a little video audio of the baseball game on the Facebook page here at the Bottom Line. So for those of you that can't go, or those of you that have family members in other areas, if they can navigate to the Facebook page, the Bottom Line Show, hopefully I'll be able to give you some semblance of a broadcast of the baseball games. And that's exciting.
You'll be able to watch it. And of course, DJ will be calling the game and manning the technical side of it as well. And listen, I have confidence that that's going to do just like it's supposed to do. But I tell you, you know, we're excited to do this, excited to have this opportunity to do this, and I'm looking forward to what that to Friday to having that. You know, you're gonna be Gordo's a long way from Bruton.
Gordo's a long way from Bruton. Not an easy way to get there.
No, and I know there's probably a lot of people that would love to go, but just not going to have the opportunity to go. So, hey, you know, we're going to give them that opportunity.
Well, let me say this, and I'm positive of this. At its best, it's going to be a very primitive production. The camera angles are going to be awful. The audio may break up here and there, but I think we're going to be able to pull it off. And I think that if you're not able to travel to Gordo, and I'm sure there's many that can't, you will be able to watch the game in some form or fashion and have the score real time. And this is
that's something that just kind of came up here in the last few days,
last 48 hours.
Yeah, really. And so we're looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to it. Number one, I think it's something that we can build on, and I'm really looking forward to that happening. And I think that it'll be as primitive as you call it, as primitive as it may be, it still will be, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So,
and it's a first step.
It's a first step. And listen,
who knows where that goes? But I tell you that the big things happening here at Studio B, the mobile thing, still working on it. Got it coming up. We should be in the next month or so, hopefully able to go out and take the show on the road, so to speak, and do some things. That's going to be awesome. Yeah. I mean, do some things, get out in the community, and sit around and visit with people that, maybe can't make it to Studio B, but they can make it in front of a hot mic and in front of a camera. And I'm thinking, next Wednesday, we're going to hit a little harder. The last couple of weeks, we've had some civic groups in here. We've certainly had our youth. It's been a lot of fun. I think it was well-deserved to get some exposure out there to see some of the different things that are going on in our community. But we're gonna get back in the trenches a little bit next week. Yeah, listen. Better get your mouthpiece. Yeah, don't ever think because we're we're giving, that's what this show's about, giving back to the community and helping to bring the spotlight on some things that maybe wouldn't have it on it. But next week it's we're gonna come out swinging again. Full contact next week. Full contact, full pads, the whole 9 yards. Like I said, big things to come for this show. Looking forward to the future this summer. Or should be a lot of fun. A lot of things coming up over the summer. A lot of fun this summer, Ken. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. So, in that, I'm gonna let I'll let DJ close it out and catch you later. Thanks for listening in. If you, as always, this show will be archived. And once again, if you missed it the last couple of minutes, go to the Bottom Line Show Facebook page tomorrow at 4:00. First pitch, T.R. Miller Gordo. We're gonna have video, audio right here on the Bottom Line, and that is the Bottom Line. Stay classy, Bruton.
The Bottom Line was brought to you by Bossman Productions. The views expressed by Colin Guest or in-studio guests are not necessarily those of the Bottom Line, the host, Bossman Productions, other advertisers, or any affiliate of the Bottom Line. The Bottom Line is for entertainment purposes only.